What did you expect? Welcome, Sonny. Make yourself at home. Marry my daughter. You've got to remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. You know. Morons.
And welcome to
Morons Make Sense.
I am your host, Moron Sam Munoz, and I'm here with my fellow moron, Blockbuster Peñalosa II, and Akam. I couldn't think of a nickname because I've been so worried about the audio for so long. Arturo.
That's my favorite nickname of all time. I'm going to call you that now.
And that nickname had nothing to do with what we're talking about. Usually it does.
Usually there's a connection, but
I mean, it has to do with what's behind the scenes.
Yeah. I want to, I guess, start the show by apologizing for the last 2 episodes and the audio being so shitty. It's been kind of depressing for me because I got a new laptop. And I think I'm coming to the realization that it might be the laptop the reason why our audio was fucked up.
that's why you don't go to Tijuana Tech to buy your laptops, man.
Fucking Curaçao.
You went you went to La Curaçao and you bought that EBM, you know. You're going to get that quality you paid for, man.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know if that's the reason.
Who knows?
It was probably I went to Costco though, fucking Costco. But anyways, old Bessie is back, and I think this laptop from 2010 has served me so well. It's still working.
Yeah. Literally held together with duct tape.
Yeah,
there's pieces of duct tape everywhere.
But you know, this is a good jumping off point because this is old school. Yeah. And my new laptop is new school. And what we're talking about today is the contrast between streaming, TV, how we consume our entertainment today with streaming and how it was back in the day with cable and good old analog technology and so on.
Redbox.
So, Redbox.
You remember those?
I do. Yeah.
Renting.
Yeah,
Blockbuster, Video Plus.
Blockbuster, all Video Plus One. Yeah,
so let's get into it because I think I want to start with you, Arturo, because you were the one who kind of suggested this.
It came. Well, thank you. You know, and I think I'm trying to remember exactly where this stemmed from, but it was just kind of the idea. I think it was when there was all the talk about like Netflix, which is now official, about the whole like additional if you're not in the household
anymore.
Exactly. So it was just I was just thinking a lot about like streaming and where we're at right now in the terms of how much content there is now, and it's done a lot of positives, I feel, in terms of being able to create content that you wouldn't normally get to create because you're funneling things into theaters or having to have your movie performed in theaters as opposed to things being created for a streaming service. But now there's so many, so if you want to watch anything, it feels like you have to have them all. And it's like we're paying for cable all over again to a certain extent.
It does get pricey having to fucking subscribe to every single streaming service that's out there. So I don't know how you guys want to approach this. Do you guys want to do this like from the beginning, from the genesis of...
Let's talk about streaming today and contrast it with how it was before, because I disagree. I don't think it is like cable because back in the day, cable, you would have to subscribe to, you would get your cable subscription and you would have to be there for at least a year. They would say like, oh, you get this great new price. It's like super cheap because you're a new, subscriber to us. And then for a year, and then after that year, they will rack up the price.
You. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
They straight up send you a letter. Hey, what's up, bitch? Fuck you, your new price.
$50 a month, it's $100 a month.
$120, and you're going to pay it, bitch.
Yeah. And then you'd have to call them and be like, oh, I'm going to cancel on you if you don't fucking lower my price. And then like, what about $75 a month?
Yeah.
And then you're like, fuck, fine. Yeah. And then you still end up paying more, but not as much as they fucking try to get you.
Yeah.
In today's world, all of it is by choice. Like if you wanted to have them all, you could.
It's not a choice for me. I need to.
No. See, but with cable, I had to subscribe and I had to get a bunch of channels that I didn't want.
That's true.
And only the channels that I want to watch today. If you just want to watch Netflix, like, you can just pay for Netflix.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing too. It's like the idea of like you're not like I'm not subscribing to Netflix because I want everything on Netflix. I want these specific shows. I want The Witcher, Wednesday, what have you. Like, so that's kind of similar in that sense. There is some similarities. There are some contrasts.
I agree.
And then, but you can cancel at any
how
time
much-
that you want as well.
True.
So it's like you can go with Netflix for 3 months, see what you want to watch, whatever. Cancel it, and then go to HBO or Max as it's called now.
As a fan.
Download it.
And you can hop back and forth, cancel everything if you just want to.
That
Nobody's
sounds very tiring, man.
No.
I think my
I
general
like
thing
that
is
choice.
the sense of like how this is now how we're doing it, and we're paying as much as cable was back in the day. If you want all your
originally the
services.
complaint was cable was too fucking expensive, and now I have this option where I can pay only $10 and I get all kinds of entertainment.
And for the longest time,
And
it was just
the
like
only
Netflix
one.
and Hulu.
It was the
That's
only
how
one,
felt.
so it didn't feel
no.
as
Amazon
bad.
Prime has been around for a
But
while.
it didn't
feel
feel
as-
but it didn't take off
in
until
the
later.
beginning.
Sorry, Uble.
In the beginning, it didn't feel as bad because it was if it's not on this one streaming site, then it's just not on streaming, and that's
Yep.
it.
It's true.
No big deal, I'll just pay what. But now it's like I really want to watch the show, but it's not on this streaming site. It's on this other streaming site. So are you gonna go through the whole? I'm gonna cancel Netflix because the show came out on Apple TV that I really want to watch, Ted Lasso. So I'm gonna turn off and do the 1 month subscription or 3 month subscription, and now there's this show on Hulu that I really want to watch. Or Amazon Prime.
Well, and-
so let me cancel.
and now-
Cancel over here and go over here.
That is a
and
freedom that you didn't have with the old days in cable. I couldn't just tell the cable company I'm gonna cancel. If I did, I would have to pay a fucking fee,
there was
$200 or
that contract.
$300
Yep,
because I'm skipping out of my contract or whatever. And I was stuck with them until the contract was over. And sometimes they would put you on a 2-year contract where the first year you had that nice discount, and that second year
You have
they were
to pay
like,
full
"I'm
price."
sorry, we're not giving you a discount. Now you're fucked. You're stuck
Bitch.
with us for the
Yeah.
next year."
Fuck you.
I fucking hated that,
Yeah.
right? With Netflix, with all these things, they tell you this is the price. You want to pay it? Great. Here is everything.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay it? Great. So long. It's like good. That's what I hated about cable, and that's what I like about today. Like, yeah, I can just subscribe to everything if I want, and I can choose to pay the $80. By the way, I don't pay for all that stuff.
$90?
But that's deceiving
Yeah,
because
I don't have CBS. I don't have Showtime.
first of all,
fuck is
my
that?
my phone company.
What do you subscribe to? Everyone, I got a curiosity.
Oh, that's a good question.
I got Netflix, Max, Hulu. Well, the Hulu, Disney, and ESPN all comes together under the Disney now
Okay.
because Disney's
So
buying
you have
everything.
that bundle.
Yeah, I have that bundle. And then I have Peacock, Paramount, and Amazon.
ESPN Plus.
Oh, and I have Apple Plus. I have
You
7.
have Apple Plus?
Yeah.
Apple TV, right?
Apple
TV
Plus.
The
Apple
guy
Plus.
who fucking refuses to get an iPhone because it's Apple, and Apple's a big corporation.
Well, it's not because they're a big corporation. It's because they're evil. That's the
Okay,
other-
but you're okay with their TV.
yes.
TV's not as evil.
Well, Ted Lasso is
So that was 7, right?
Fucking great.
that was
7?
7.
Uble, what do you have?
I have Max because it's part of my cell phone plan.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix because I'm splitting the cost with a friend. Hulu. I don't Prime Video. A very good friend is sharing their password.
He sounds great.
He's very, very cool.
He sounds handsome.
He's handsome and has a great singing voice.
Hulu, you need to crack down on those passwords.
No, man. And we'll talk about that later. But Disney Plus, of course. And then Paramount. And what was the other one that you had?
Peacock.
Peacock. I have Peacock.
I
as
subscribe
well.
to that just
Oh,
'cause
wait,
it
I
has
have
the word
Peacock
cock in it.
from that same handsome ass friend who's just the fucking coolest guy ever.
He's
I
totally
also
taking
have a
advantage of
Peacock.
you. He's
No?
just
No.
fucking- Do you give him a hand job at least for all those
Twice a month.
favors? Okay, at
Twice
least
a month,
there's
one for each streaming
at least
service.
it's a trade.
Every cycle.
At least
Yeah.
it's a trade.
One for each streaming
Every billing
service.
cycle.
When they bumped it up to HD, that really cost me. Yeah. That was an extra. But yeah.
I have
Okay,
Thank
go
you.
for it.
I have HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Disney, Prime Video, the AMC Plus add-on on Prime Video. Did I say Paramount Plus?
No.
Paramount Plus, the Showtime add-on on Paramount Plus,
Jesus.
the Shudder add-on, and
Holy crap! You into like those like minor streamers
Well, because
too.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there I like.
The
You have
niche
DC
stuff.
Universe?
So my shirt, yeah, that's a good one
You're
to bring
welcome.
up. So
You're
this
welcome.
was a a sadly short-lived streaming service.
Yeah,
called
and it was
DC
fucking
Universe.
great, man.
It was awesome.
It
It
was
was
so cool.
something that had never really existed in that time frame.
Yeah.
This was in 2018, no, 16,
I don't know, man.
I believe 2016 when it launched, and it was underneath Warner Brothers. It was all DC
Everything.
TV,
Comics, cartoons,
movies, everything,
movies.
and exclusive shows. The sad thing is that, I mean, it was very expensive, and at the same time, on the other end of the spectrum of the company or what have you, they were building HBO Max.
Yeah. We're not getting into all of that. We're just saying,
Oh,
but
sure.
yeah, DC Universe.
But yeah, it was awesome. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. I got it at Comic-Con. And it was a great time. They had shows like Titans,
Yeah.
Doom Patrol.
Oh, too much
man.
work. Well,
I'm sending it to Noel. I'll send it to you, brother.
so has that been the only streaming service that has died in recent memory? 'Cause
No, there's been others.
Yeah,
There's been others. Yeah.
Epics, I think, was one.
They're all like minor though. But
So-
what I want to say is though, like it isn't as expensive as cable was, because number one, Netflix. For
I'll admit,
example,
I've never paid for cable.
Well, I used to pay.
I don't know how much it was.
I mean, cable was always like at the cheapest for me, maybe like $80 or $90.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
paying.
Yeah, that was at the cheapest though. But then when they would, your discount would end, it would get to like 120, 140, 150 sometimes. And if you wanted the fucking HBO or any of the premium
extra
channels,
still.
it would go
That'd
up
be
to
extra.
200 sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I don't pay anywhere close to that.
No.
Netflix is paid by my phone company because it gives it to me almost for free. I pay like $5 on top because I have like the highest version of it. And then
Your
and then
4K.
with Disney, like I said, I got that bundle, so it's what is it, like $14 or $15 for Hulu and Disney and ESPN. So I mean that's only like 15 plus 5, that's $20. And then Apple is another 5, Peacock's another 5, Paramount's another 5.
Oh, you're
that's
paying
another
5 for
15.
Peacock? You didn't jump on the $1.99?
Oh yeah, I am paying the $1 one now, but it used to be. So yeah, it's actually cheaper now.
Yeah.
So $1
Only
is
for a year, though.
11, 15.
Oh.
So that's $26 for all of those, and then for Max, I share the cost with another person on that one.
You bastard. shit.
Pirate. You're a
That
fucking pirate.
that wasn't because of me.
Look at
that
you
was,
pirating
Going
for
back
half-
against everything he
No,
said in
half of the
every
content's
episode.
on HBO
Hold
Max.
on.
Nope.
I did this as a favor.
Oh, okay. Well, then I favored
Who happens to be
movie
a
right
family
down the
member
really
of
good.
mine.
Yeah.
And then Amazon, Amazon
Everyone
Prime,
pays
I
for
have it, but I
this.
feel like that's more than just a streaming.
Well, it comes with
It-
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you get the streaming plus you get the cool like free shipping. I feel like I'm actually saving money with Amazon Prime, to be honest.
Easy there. You're an Amazon commercial for a second.
Well, I'm just
I like
saying
the
that Jeff
fact-
Bezos, thank
Yeah.
you for being such a great American.
Call him. He'll give you a favor. I like the fact that even if I was paying the same that I was paying for cable, even if I'm paying a little bit more than what I would be paying for cable, with the streaming sites, you get that luxury of just being able to go directly to the episode.
Yep.
Exactly.
Or the fucking movie, or the part of the episode, or the part of the movie that you want to, without having to fucking suffer through through
Some
some
of them,
streaming
some of
sites.
them.
I don't like
But even the
Peacock has
commercials, are like
no.
at most a minute. I mean, if you compare
I-
what commercials
I've
to
had-
be
I've had
on regular
I've
table,
had
it
some
was
90
like 5
seconds.
minutes.
I
of
forgot what
commercials.
service it was that I purposely bought the higher one to avoid the
Hulu,
ads because
probably.
and it was the same ads over and over
shit.
again.
Just
It
now
was
it's like, haha,
oh,
bitch,
Hulu.
you paid.
Why? And it's so aggravating.
What I
this number?
Oh
and it-
yeah,
Wow,
there
that's
are
a
stuff
lot.
that failed. That's just,
yeah. There's been a lot that have failed. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Univision Plus. I didn't have that one. Telemundo Plus is still really
What
strong.
I'm liking right now is I'm liking what's happening now in the streaming wars is that they're starting to coalesce. So like Discovery Plus and HBO Max combined, they were owned by the same company. For some reason, decided to make separate streaming services, and then finally they wised up and like, why don't we just we're the same company, just combine it.
Well, and then they did
Disney's
that prior
doing-
with DC Universe, and all
Yeah.
the shows ended up as Max Originals.
Yeah, and then HBO Max, which is that I just said
Go. HBO Go.
no, Disney is combining with Hulu soon. They're gonna combine
no
it
shit.
together. Yeah, they're gonna be under. It's
Interesting.
just like one payment, but there'll be like they're still gonna be branded
Hulu.
Hulu or Disney, whatever.
Hulni.
But it's they're gonna start coalescing, and you're gonna have like the 6 majors or something like that, and that's really all you're gonna. That's where most of your content is gonna be.
So now, out of all the streaming sites, which ones do you think have the best content?
Ooh,
and I know this is a subjective question because it really does depend on what you're into. You know, if you're into fucking cartoons and like Star Wars, then you're gonna say Disney Plus. If you're into, I don't know, whatever the fuck sports, you're gonna say ESPN.
I was actually having this conversation with Maya, and the thing is, like, I feel like
Maya?
it's my wife.
Oh,
Is that it's very unique too for the service itself. Like, for example, like Netflix has a bunch of original movies and series, whereas HBO Max doesn't really have that many original movies, but they have a huge library.
Yeah,
and they have original shows.
Well, they're owned by Warner Brothers, so everything that comes out from Warner Brothers is considered an original. I guess it's not like part of the streaming service itself.
like not specifically for
Exactly.
Like
so, like, you know, there's different things like that, and there's all the things that Disney Plus happens to own, which really is what beefs it up between like the Marvel and the Pixar and Star Wars,
Fox, and
everything they brought in from Fox. I think to answer your question, we watch Disney Plus most at home because we have a little one now.
Of course.
So it's so easy to throw on a classic Disney movie in the background as noise in that sense. But I think HBO Max has really been very impressive.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying HBO Max.
You guys haven't looked at the new Max. Everybody's been complaining about now that they've combined how the new Max, how it looks is different or something. They were even pissed off because the directors and producers and writers were all listed into just creators.
Yeah.
I don't know. People were complaining about that.
Around with the new,
I didn't know about the complaint. I just know that I saw something that said Max agreed to go back to the old ways. Anyway, I think Netflix I like to go to as background shit because it has a lot of my TV shows, Arrested Development or BoJack Horseman, that I can just have on the background as I'm doing
Mighty
other
Morphin
shit.
Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, scrolling on my phone, you know. But as far as like shit that I'm gonna sit down and actually watch this, is HBO Max has probably been. They got some really good documentaries and TV shows and movies.
Consistent. Yeah.
So
the quality has been consistent too.
I mean,
home box office.
I can't pick a favorite because I honestly go through them all kind of equally. I think the only one that I use the least is probably Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
and I think it's probably because I got it mostly because of the soccer, and right now I've just haven't been watching as much soccer. And
football.
so, but I go to Peacock for certain things. I go to Netflix for certain things, Max for certain. That's why I want to have them all because I like to see them all. And again, going back to the price, I think I'm paying about $30 or $40 for all of them, and that's way better than cable.
Well, I'll admit half of mine are
off.
password shared with them.
You've named 7 streaming sites. There's no way you're only paying.
I just went through
$30.
The prices. I'm telling you, Netflix, I really don't pay for it because T-Mobile pays for it. Disney Plus is only $15, I believe, and that includes Hulu.
You believe?
And
Let's pull out the receipts.
And and like I said, Max, I'm paying for half of it, so it's only like $7 there. And then Peacock is $1.
You lost me at math, man.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I'm telling you, it's like 30, 40. 30, 40. I know math is hard.
What do you watch on Apple TV? Because
Ted Lasso. There was also a great
I
show
forget.
called Severance. I highly recommend.
Have you seen that Michael J. Fox documentary that came out?
No.
My brother spoke very highly of it. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't have Apple Plus. That's the one that I really have been like.
I think that really handsome friend of yours can hook you up as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll have to give him a call. Hold on.
Make sure. Make sure you bring the lotion when you go over.
I'm gonna use both hands. I'm gonna use both hands this time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean I've been thinking about.
Is there anything about the old school days of cable and renting movies that you miss?
Yeah.
I miss renting movies.
Yeah.
To be
I
honest,
mean, get into the nostalgia.
The experience of walking into a Blockbuster and figuring out what's gonna want to watch.
Yeah.
It was a whole event.
Yeah.
Like, and I do miss that, but at the same time, it's also like going back and forth between like the comfort now that I'm in my pajamas.
But
I don't have to get up and move.
Exactly.
But like
and your memory is your brain is gonna romanticize that entire era. But
I disagree.
I dare you. I dare you to.
I'm not
to
romanticizing it at all.
Okay, good.
Well, we're in sweatpants right now.
I remember I would go in my fucking pajamas. I don't give a shit.
That was the
Because
thing.
to me, it was like I'm here and I'm deciding what movie I'm going to watch today.
Yeah.
And it was a process. It was like, how do I feel? Have I seen certain movies? Like, do I want to rewatch one? Like, am I going for a new release? It was a wonderful time.
That's what I'm saying. No. It's very romantic. That's the way I feel about it. It is. I remember going to the video store and just being like, oh, fucking new releases. Let me walk through this combo and see what I can find and hope that there was still a copy available for me to rent. That was the excitement. It's part of the reason why I'm into gambling is because I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to show up Friday evening and look for the new release Men in Black Part 1.
Friday evening.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that was a roll of the dice.
No,
like,
that's
you showed
why
up.
I always went during the weekdays.
That's what you had to do.
Yeah.
That's what you had to do. But sometimes you would just show up and be like, oh, fuck, I hope they have the newest fucking Will Smith movie. And then it's
happen.
like, ah, fuck, it's all gone. So all of that is the romanticizing part of it. What I'm saying is, remember those frustrations of fucking showing up, A, not finding the one you really wanted to watch, the one you went there for, or B, maybe even worse, finding the one you wanted to watch, getting home, and then finding that it was fucking damaged or that it wasn't playing right. Because that shit happened to me a few times.
Or it was the wrong Jack Frost movie.
Or it was the wrong Air Bud movie. it was the Mexican version, Air Jose. You know? That happened to me once. Very frustrating. I was like, this isn't a golden retriever. It's a Chihuahua.
That didn't happen to me very much, but it did happen. And honestly, it was a small price to pay for the feelings that you had.
Yeah.
But a negative of today's world, and it's something that you brought up, is like the excess of content. In back in the day, there was almost like a moderation. Like it's what was at the video store had been limited to at least like good theatrical releases.
Yeah, they didn't just post anything.
Yeah, like in today's world, it's like there's so much content, so much that you're just like, God damn it! Like, I just give me five choices.
There used to only be 3 channels on TV.
I know, and
I remember that.
And
I was there.
And I think the quality of the content, because there's so much of it, in average has gone down. Has gone down, and you really have to like go for those diamonds in the rough type of things that are just like, oh, this was amazing. What, you're shaking your head, producer?
So you're saying when there was only 3 channels, that was like the best shit ever?
No. He's saying.
I'm saying
exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that right now, compared to like even the early 2000s, when there was more than 3 channels, there was still cable and stuff like that. Like right now, it's just the amount of content is just overwhelming. There's just too much.
Comparing early streaming to late streaming, which is early streaming. You know, you weren't getting as many Netflix originals and Amazon Prime originals. Well, because HBO Max originals.
Netflix started off as just a rental.
It did, but like I think part of the issue is that it weirdly became like direct-to-video type quality movies showing up everywhere.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Yeah. Those existed even before streaming.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you knew to avoid those because either one, the video store wouldn't have them, or if they did have them, you had no idea what the fuck that was, so you just move on.
Hallmark, 12 Nights of Christmas, pass.
Or it would be like Air Bud 15 or something like that. You're like, I'm definitely not watching that shit.
I am done. I'm done with this.
Walk away. I'm
done.
Get the fuck out of here and go get me another beer while you're at it.
I will get you a beer.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, he's actually leaving.
He's giving me another beer.
Come back. 1997 first Air Bud movie.
Yeah, Jesus. No, but I really believe that has been sort of a negative that has happened, and also the streaming has affected the theatrical experience and the sort of like waiting for the movie to come out of the cinema, or like.
Well, now
just
it's like
the value
days.
of a movie being in cinema. Like nowadays, one of the problems is that people will just wait because they know in a month or even less than a month it's gonna be on Disney Plus or on Netflix or whatever. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna go to theaters. So that has hurt theater going as well. And that's the kind of experience that I don't want to lose. I've lost the rental experience. Now it seems like the theater experience is on its way out slowly but surely. Thankfully, there's been some bounce back, but it's nowhere near what it used to be.
Well, a big contributor to that is the pandemic. like so many people weren't rushing to go back into theaters, and it has had a detrimental effect on the movie availability and trying to still have it reach the public. So where did everything go? Streaming services. And that was a time frame where like all of a sudden it became in everyone's effort to try to gain something back to put it in everyone's houses or within 30 days of release. But then everyone got used to that.
So I think
I think it was happening even before the pandemic. Even before the pandemic, there was this shortening of the theatrical window. I mean, think about the days.
It's literally weeks now, though.
Yeah, think about the days in the 90s, even the early 2000s. The theatrical window was like at least 6 months.
Yeah. No, I would say even more than that.
Yeah, there was a time when it was like a year. You wouldn't see a movie come out to video
cassette
about it.
For like a year. It even existed.
It was almost
you would forget it even existed or that you even watched it, and then you'd be like, see the commercials of it coming back to home video, and you're like, oh fuck, that's right.
I distinctly remember like the mid 2000s when movies were released around May. There'd be a release on video right around Christmas time.
Yeah, it was like a 6
month.
And
it was
window.
about 6 months, and I remember like just knowing, okay, cool, I can buy, I could see it for my birthday, and then I can buy, and then I can ask for it for Christmas. Yeah, and that I remember that was like the
it gave more value to the theatrical window, the version of it, because you knew if you didn't watch it during the theater window, you were gonna have to wait 6 months to watch it, and in the meantime, all your friends are like, "Dude, fucking like Iron Man was awesome and shit, man."
Well, then it also made a lot of rewatches happen because you wanted it again, and you knew it wasn't gonna be on video for a long ass time.
So you went back to the theater and we watch it. Nowadays, like I can't go back to the theater and watch it because it's out of the theater after the second or third week.
Yeah. Well, I saw Guardians twice in theaters.
Yeah, for those kinds of movies. But for indie movies they have their theatrical window has literally been like 2 weeks sometimes, where it's like you're out, you go for 2 weeks, and you're in streaming or you're in a rental right after that. Yeah. Sometimes it might even be day and date. Like that's sort of been a negative of the streaming.
Yeah, no,
world.
I'll give you that. And one of the things too is that I'm seeing as now crazy is how the streamers are also the ones buying the distribution rights to films.
They're the studios now.
Yeah, they really are. Like I remember Red One. Sorry, was that what it was called?
Redbox.
Yeah, no, Red One with no, that's the Christmas movie. Red Notice. Thank you. Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and they bought that from Universal back during pandemic times, I feel, if I remember correctly, and that's been like one of the biggest purchases ever. But it generated so much, and now that's what they're doing. They are the studios now.
Yeah,
and it's fucking crazy to think that where everything came from Netflix being DVDs. That you got to through the
Netflix
mail.
is the originator, man.
Yeah,
Netflix is the one that started it all.
You know, there are still people out there that have the subscription. Where
that's finally ending.
They canceled it.
No. They announced the cancellation, and it happens, I think, at the end of the summer.
Oh,
there's still a DVD plan.
People are still
really
out.
Yeah. I logged on today on the computer to look at the
Were
Netflix.
You guys ever
plans.
Netflix subscribers?
DVD?
I was, yeah.
DVDs? Yeah.
No,
I wasn't.
Yeah.
It scared me, man.
Why did it scare you?
Because for someone who just spent 10 fucking minutes talking about how that whole experience of going to Blockbuster and renting a movie was the best, you so openly accepted. Oh, I can just fucking put it on my phone.
Let me tell you why I subscribed. Because first of all, I didn't like Blockbuster, so I went to my local private rental place.
Was it a Video One Plus?
It was called Video Sky. It was on 17th
Video
Street.
No,
Video Sky.
Didn't that one burn down?
No, it was actually still open up until a year ago, man.
No shit.
Yeah, and then when I was driving by, I was like, they're finally closing Video Sky. I should have teared.
Those places also, the reason those places have also succeeded for so long is that they're in areas that tends to be people that
they're right next to Flora Park.
Say it. What?
It's right next to Flora Park, and that's mostly like an older generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
the boomers are the ones that
refuse
to stream.
No. So the reason why I subscribed to Netflix is that I went to Texas to do my grad school, and over there all there was Blockbusters. And so I was like, I'm not going to fucking rent a Blockbuster. I'm going to Netflix.
Yeah, take that, Blockbuster.
You lost me as a valuable customer.
But you know what ended up happening? I didn't like waiting for the DVDs to get to me. So I still got a membership at Blockbuster, and I still kept my Netflix membership.
Wow.
Because if I couldn't find it at Blockbuster, I knew I could get it at Netflix.
Yeah.
So that's how I made sure that I got what I wanted.
I had Hollywood Video, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Oh,
I
remember Hollywood
owed
Video.
around like $60 in late fees.
You
Jesus
motherfucker!
Christ.
You were
So
one
when
of
they
those
went
bastards.
under, I was part of the problem. I was part of the problem. Part of the sole reason why they had to go under.
They didn't send their investigation team after you.
Oh man, I got letter after letter. I would get anxiety.
We're from Hollywood Video.
SWAT team comes in.
Helicopters.
You owe us $60, motherfucker.
2319. It's 2319.
Yeah, it was the whole Elias from Cuba all over again. I was in the closet hiding. I owed money to Hollywood Video. So when they went under, and I drove by and I used to avoid Bristol Street because I was like, what if they see me as
the
I'm
window?
driving by? Terminator comes running after me, you know? They had my license plate on file, everything. So I used to avoid it. But once I walked by there with the disguise on and I saw that it was no longer there, it was like a Chase Bank now. And I was like,
do you know that there's still a Blockbuster that still survives to this day?
Oh,
yeah,
Oregon,
like
It's in
right?
Portland.
It's the
Oh,
only
it's
one.
in Portland?
Yeah, it's in Portland.
Good for
Isn't
them.
it the only one?
It's the only one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so.
it's the last block. But
Stan.
they
Randy
even made
Marsh.
a-
Randy Marsh is the owner.
they even made a documentary on it and how it's the last Blockbuster, and
Damn.
it still survives mostly for like nostalgia reasons.
Yeah, of
and
course.
they have just like a loyal following who are like constantly going there, and I
can't
mean,
imagine.
It's even though
Instead of the DVDs, you actually just rent a temporary password for Netflix.
you know what the owner does? She buys the movies from Amazon or from whatever and brings them in, and that's what she rents to the people. Because
her.
the companies aren't sending them rental
course
versions
not.
anymore.
No, they don't
So
do that
she has to
anymore.
actually purchase the movies
Good for
and
her.
then rent them off. I think they're making more money that way
I was
because
going
they
to say,
used to.
ultimately, yeah.
Yeah,
you're
they
making money back quick.
The studios would sell it to them for like hundreds of dollars because they knew it for rental purposes. So they would mark up the prices when they would sell it to like the Blockbusters and so on like that.
Wouldn't it be crazy when Blockbuster would think that a movie was going to be fucking super successful?
And they got the whole fucking wall.
The whole fucking
full
wall
of
is
them?
covered head to toe with like fucking the Santa Claus or some shit. And then like it would never fucking rent. They would
How
eventually end
dare
up
you?
selling
That
it.
was a fucking
I know.
classic.
Do you
I
guys
know.
remember
Tim Allen? No.
what wall was like the most epic to you of like all the new releases? Do you remember that moment?
Like experience?
Jurassic Park.
Yes, I remember.
you
You
know-
know what? Men in Black
No.
for me, part 1.
For
Dude.
me, it was Blade 2 specifically.
Oh,
And
shit.
it was like in the era where my buddy's dad would get all the rated R movies, like for the neighborhood kids.
That's right, because you used to fucking not be able to get the rated R movies, huh?
As a
You were
kid, you couldn't. Yeah,
Well, that's if you went to Blockbuster, but if you went to a private rental place, they didn't give a shit.
Video Plus.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a 15-year-old renting a rated R movie? I don't care. Here. It's $1.50.
It's money in my pocket.
I
Yeah.
don't care, man.
No, Jurassic Park, I remember that being a big deal, again, because it was like a year after it was released.
Yeah.
I saw Jurassic Park in theaters like 7 times or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
again, because it was in theaters for so fucking long, and we would just watch it again.
Well, it was also like you said, like it was less movies were coming out in that sense too.
Yeah.
So it was like still the movie entertainment thing to do.
Yeah,
You didn't have a
yeah.
lot- and I think it has a lot to do with the abundance of content out there. To
That's-
going back to Sam's
Yeah, that's
point
what I said.
earlier,
It's too
which
much
is-
fucking
it's-
content sometimes.
There's a lot that comes out like within even the same weekend now.
And that
stuff
was on
like that.
purpose, by the way. Like when the streamers are starting to open up, starting to come out, like they just wanted as much content as possible because they thought that the audience, that's what they want. We need to have something new for them
Every option.
every week
Yeah.
or every day sometimes, whether
Yeah.
it be a TV show, a movie, or whatever it was. Something new needed to be
and
there.
now they're
for them.
doing it smart too in that same sense where like because I've had times where like all right I'm just gonna watch this show and the next show that I care about isn't until the fall. I'm gonna cancel it for a few months and then
never
boom
do it.
something comes out within that time frame
Yeah.
and I'm like fuck this looks interesting too. I'm gonna keep watching until the end and then that's they time the releases that way.
Yeah, and
too.
now
It's
also
really
what they're
smart.
doing is they're going back to the old way of releasing because it used
Every
to be
week.
like everything at once.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
could
everywhere,
binge
all at once.
and now it's like, oh, here's the first episode, and then we're gonna do a weekly release of the rest. Of
not every so Netflix did the binging thing and that was a surefire hit and it worked really really well. But
I
then
still love
after
the binging
that,
thing.
it was all the other streaming services. None of them fully adopted that. A handful of them did like 3 episodes at once, but no one released everything all at once like Netflix did. And now they had the opposite effect where, things are more talked about now and it's generating more conversation and people are tuning in every week. And I prefer it once a week because it's easier to manage for everything I got going on.
Let me ask you guys something. Sorry to interrupt you. I know you guys don't share your Netflix, but what do you think about Netflix cracking down on password sharing? Oh, you do. So Sam, do you share your Netflix?
Just my mother.
Wow. Yeah. There you go. 2 streaming services that Sam is enjoying without paying full price.
But I'm paying for it. And I consider my mother a part of my household. So,
well, is she within the household?
Doesn't matter what you consider.
Yeah, I would say Netflix is still gonna.
Well, my household consists of 2 homes.
Not according to Netflix.
One in which my parents live, and one in which my family lives.
The main IP address is what decides it.
Your mom's part of the problem. So
that's fine. If I have to tell my mom.
If they stop that, you're fine with telling your mom like, sorry, peace.
Yeah, sorry, ma. Sorry, ma.
It's now a thing.
Give me some meatloaf.
As of today, they sent an email today, guys.
I know. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I got the fucking email too.
And my sister sent me a picture of what the TV screen was at their house. It asked if you were the main household. So the Netflix I got, I bought it for my mom for Mother's Day, and it was at the house when I lived there. And when I moved out, I just logged into the account at my house, but I was always the one paying for the Netflix, even though technically, it's not technically, but it was always at my parents' house as the originator.
Yeah.
And now that this is happening, it's my parents' house that is the main IP address. And today they got that notification. I'll send it to you, Noel. They got that notification. Word ass.
Wow. That is nice font. What is that? Times New Roman?
I believe it says, you're fucking stealing from us. Stop selling your password.
It's asking you to confirm if this is the main household.
Why do they assume you speak Spanish?
I don't know. So then now
Why so much
would have to
profanity?
pay $7.99 to have somebody outside of the household.
So that's what they're doing. They're saying, hey, we noticed 2 different households are logging into the same
So
account.
for every additional account outside of the home, it's $7.99. And if you have the standard plan, you can only add 1 person outside of your household.
Bullshit.
If you have the premium one that you have, it's 2 additional households.
Man, I wonder how that's gonna happen.
It's happening as of today. It looks like.
And so far, my mom hasn't told me anything about it. I mean, they don't see it as much as I do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of bullshit because now I'm gonna downgrade because I don't need all of those.
6 screens at the same time.
No, because you have different profiles.
Yeah.
And the reason you have different profiles is because different people are using it. So now I don't need it. I just need 1 pro. So I'm gonna downgrade to the less.
Well, now there's no. I mean, it used to be like that where like the bigger the plan, the more profiles. Now it's not. You can have the same amount of profiles for all plans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what the fuck am I paying the extra for then?
You are paying for the super 4K quality, the spatial audio,
9K.
and the fact that you can watch it on 6 screens at once. I know this because today I logged on. That's why I was on Netflix earlier today because my mom was calling me. It's like, no, let me pay for it. You've paid for it long enough.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Let me too well.
Took you long enough. Jeez. Now where's my meatloaf?
We're going to see what's going what?
Before we wrap things up, what do you guys think about the streaming that kids or teenagers are doing nowadays, which is like Twitch?
Oh,
the fuck is that?
Or like the video game stuff, right?
Twitch is like a social media
it's
for
a lot
streaming.
of stuff. Like for an example,
Do they have original shows?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
No,
They
this
don't
is
have
just
shows. It's
streaming.
People playing video games. Yeah.
It's people just
but
playing video
you keep
games,
saying
right?
Well,
that word.
it's not just video
It's kind of
games
like
because
YouTube, but like it's Twitch kind of got its start with like people streaming themselves playing video games and so on.
See, that's what I was familiar
Are those
with.
done as TV shows like where like
they're done live.
I'm watching
right now.
Oh, they're done live.
Right now, there's 202,000 viewers on this category, just chatting.
Yeah.
And then the next one is 75,000 on the game Valorant.
So is that the name of it, or
this is
So
a
'cause
category. These are categories.
Wait.
So-
I'm so fucking confused. So
So this is live right now. So I can go to anybody.
but
Just
that
click on
number
this.
is of people watching that.
Yes. So right now,
That
one
category.
clearly
What
for the younger
person?
generation?
so right
No,
now,
I
this
think I
guy
know
has
people.
3,256
This is a commercial.
people.
Someone is
Okay.
streaming this.
They get paid with it. They get paid with commercials. The streamers.
Yeah,
But
it's
at
kind
the
of like
moment,
got it.
it's kind of
okay,
like YouTube,
now
but
it's live. So at the moment, he has 3,300 subscribers. This guy right now.
What is he talking
and he's
about?
gonna
What is
be
he doing?
playing.
He's playing.
Football.
So he's playing a video game,
yeah.
though, right?
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be video games because there's different categories.
People do poker, for example. I started knowing about it because there's people who will play poker online and stream their game as they're playing. So that's the reason I know about it.
But these guys right now live have thousands of views. 3.4, 8.6,
way more than what we have right now as people are
50.9.
watching. And by the way, thank you, Natalie, for continuing to watch.
Yes, we appreciate you, and thank you for everyone who commented on my poll today that I did. It was
I voted.
It was not me. It was not me.
for those Emily and Tony who are thinking about watching an episode. You're not listening right now, technically. So
Based on the results of their poll.
But Nathan, thank you for listening,
Whoa.
man. I did not know that you watched, and I really appreciate that you do, man.
Yeah, Twitch is kind of like you know when YouTube do live stream. It's basically the same thing.
I don't
Yeah,
know
like
what
right now,
YouTube
the-
does
on-
live stream.
on
I'm not really
YouTube-
big on YouTube either.
YouTube does live
I'm
streams.
still trying
Yeah, they
to.
do live streams.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Like right now.
Oh,
I'm
I know
watching
they do like
a Yu-Gi-Oh.
announcement.
I'm
for
watching
videos.
a Yu-Gi-Oh live stream on YouTube.
Nice.
So
Nice.
the whole thing that you're exposing us to is the fact that there is now, even just outside of the TV streaming, there is gaming streaming. There's community streaming.
Oh yeah,
Which is really huge in the like teenager and
the
even,
Gen
like,
Z
Yeah.
folks.
Gotcha.
Yep. Unfortunately, that sounds
good for
weird
them.
and scary to me.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you, Sam. I thought streaming was really just the fucking sites that you paid for on your TV to watch fucking Cocomelon and shit like that. This.
I thought you were gonna
That's
quote The
streaming.
Simpsons. We're like, I was with it, and then it turned.
No, I wanted to, but there's no way I can come up with that quote because my brain is still fucking scrambled from this news.
I used to be with it, but then they
Yeah.
changed what it was, and now it-
whatever I'm with isn't it,
isn't
and
it.
what
It
it is weird and scary to me. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
man.
folks.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. I guess streaming as a whole has had its positives and its negatives.
Yes.
I'm
Please,
down with streaming.
with all you folks, make sure you support our streaming by hitting that like
Oh,
button.
this is considered streaming.
And
Yeah.
well, if we were doing it live, we would be. Yeah, I guess it streams. Yeah.
So,
I don't understand.
Going back to the people who
Anyway.
said they watch episodes, Alex, thank you for watching.
Yes,
really appreciate
Alex.
it. Maya, thank you for watching every episode.
Yeah.
Love
Oh,
you.
the Joe, thank you for listening to us, Tori, and all you folks. We really appreciate
Felix.
comment and all that
Felix,
stuff.
you watch
And
it.
like
I
and
don't know if you're still
subscribe.
watching this.
We remember
Text
we're
me
on
if you are.
TikTok. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on
George,
all the
We're
Instagrams.
streaming on all these platforms.
And I guess at some point we'll
Like
get on
that.
Twitch and hold some balls for you. But until then, have a dark night.
have a dark night.
Night.